Alright, while this may seem too mainstream for this show, I have an excuse. I've got a new roommate who's a former film critic, and he's been in control of the TV for weeks. The Sex and the City TV series and the movies are the only things we've been watching. Oh, will you shut up? I have it on good authority that this is not the first gay porn that you've watched on this show. Is that supposed to make me feel better about sitting through this 2.5-hour movie? You'll thank me when you're having so much sex in the city that you'll be sending the ladies to the cosmos. I am the perfect specimen of masculinity. This is the new Macho J. Sherman. Macho, macho man. I've got to be... Ooh, Azima. Don't mind if I do. Okay, well, he's gonna be out for the next 2 weeks, and I didn't watch this movie for nothing, so let's talk about the 2008 movie version of Sex and the City. It'd be easy to blame this movie on a different set of writers, but the film's writer and director, Michael Patrick King, was a producer and writer for the series. It's actually easy to sum up the Sex and the City movie. Say you've written down every important character arc from the show, from how they began in Season 1 to how things ended up at the end of Season 6. It was all tied up rather nicely, it was poetic and satisfying. And here's what the movie does to that. All you need to know from the start is that this is what you get when you really want Sex in the City to be more like a Happy Madison production. I think even the credits are on ecstasy. The original theme was fine. It's 4 years after the events of the series finale, so let's reintroduce sex columnist Carrie Bradshaw.
Year after year, 20-something women come to New York City in search of the 2 L's. Labels and love.
That line doesn't represent me at all, therefore it sucks. Plus, we gotta reintroduce the other characters.
Help, also known as Charlotte York, Miranda Hobbs, and Samantha Jones.
And Jerry Mathers as Miranda's beaver. We see Carrie writing while also dusting off her furniture with her body, and we get the whole show summed up in 1 minute.
I've been dating since I was 15. I'm exhausted. Where is he?
Charlotte was looking for the perfect love. Trey can't get it off. Well, almost perfect.
Previously on Caroline in the City.
And despite all the other chapters of my life, no one was ever quite big enough until...
Carrie, you're the one.
Wait, no chapter on Jack Berger? He was a writer, and he's probably hung himself by now. Big and Carrie have moved up in their relationship and are going apartment shopping. Whoa, was I incorrect in my Caroline in the City joke? That's Malcolm Getz, who played Richard in that series. Why do I know that? This is perfect. When Big kills her, he can jump into his Law and Order character and investigate it. This movie just makes me want to come up with my own Carrie Bradshaw puns.
I couldn't help but wonder, will this apartment give us a new lease on love?
I think you could help but wonder that. Unfortunately, the closet is so small that not even the gay best friend from Wish Upon could sleep in it. Holy shit, New York really does have the best looking Arby's. The girls attend a Manhattan yard sale, where they spend more of the budget.
40,000, thank you. 45,000. At $45,000 now, 50,000.
50 fucking thousand!
You greedy bitches! That money could have been used to rewrite the script. Carrie and Big open up their souvenirs from Illinois when something important happens.
Did you want to get married?
Chris Noth trying desperately hard to speed up this 2.5-hour movie. Personally, I think the real star of this movie is Charlotte's crazy eyes.
You know what makes sense as we move forward and, well...
She always had the crazy eyes on the show, but every other scene in this movie feels like it could have the psycho music behind it.
This is my friend, and she just got engaged, and she has been going out with the man for 10 years!
Carrie breaks her wedding news to Samantha, who thinks she's talking about Botox. Honest mistake?
Well, that's great.
You sounded more excited about the Botox.
It's because I should be watching the episode where Samantha had the skin peel. That was much funnier than this. Samantha is still with her boyfriend, Smith Jared, who seems to be the most popular actor working today, despite the fact we never see him act in anything. At least Carrie got engaged before he gave her a pearl necklace. Oh good, Mario Cantone's Anthony is back.
As a wedding gift, Charlotte had given me Anthony Marantino, friend and wedding planner.
All right.
And professional panderer. But Stanford Light is not amused by this dress. You can't montage in that. At least we get a glimpse of one of the show's best characters, Harry, in a scene where he has less lines than Charlotte's crazy eyes. Speaking of montage, Murphy Brown Fashion insists Carrie become the subject of this week's monthly montage magazine.
When I get married, I'm wearing something like that. Only bigger.
There are starving reality show children in Beverly Hills. Carrie, we've been standing here for 7 hours while you change dresses. For the love of God, we need to go home. Big is extremely frustrated. He has to continuously wash her makeup off of the pillows every morning. Chris Knott's mind wanders so much in this movie, he's constantly more interested in looking at anything but the actors. He's more distracted than I am in watching this 2.5-hour awful movie. At least we still have Miranda and Steve's rather sweet relationship, even as the kid has eaten Miranda's hair coloring. What could possibly go wrong here?
Get on top.
Let's just get it over with.
Oh, sorry. Didn't you hear the running time? There's still 2 hours of this left. They talk about Steve and Miranda's sex life, but have to use the word coloring instead of fucking or whatever.
I could color all day, every day if I had my way. I would use every crayon in my box.
We get it. You love to color.
I couldn't help but wonder, are Big and I the only relationship still coloring inside the lines?
Alright, that was too easy. I'm sorry.
But I will tell you this. When Big colors, he rarely stays inside the lines.
What the fuck? How the hell did I predict that stupid joke before you even said it? And if you think this movie couldn't get any more immature...
Well, send it to Smith Jarrett at the office address. I gotta go. Something just came up.
Smith gives her a gift after being cast in Tall, Dark, Handsome, and Dirty Harry. Unfortunately, Samantha also has to clean Smith's makeup from his pillows in the morning. But Big gives Carrie the closet she deserves. Enough room to hide the bodies of her and her friends, and Petrovsky if there's time. Even the damn closets have a subplot.
All right. Pink post-it, take. Purple, toss.
Don't you remember Jack Berger? Ixnay on the Oast-it pay? Cleaning out the closet is truly an event.
Ah! I can't believe it. Look.
You just saw each other. These girls scream more than if this were a slasher film, but there's still more montages to get to. See, they can use that for the show's opening credits. As we sit through 5 more minutes of the girls playing a less anally intrusive version of Will It Fit, they finally get Carrie packed up 2 months later. Ugh, throughout all of this annoying shit, there's still Steve and Miranda's relationship.
What's the matter?
I had sex with someone else.
No believable reason he cheated. It's kind of out of character, but something dramatic had to happen, I guess. Steve may be a cheater all of a sudden, but at least his shirt doesn't have ringworm.
Steve, I can't believe it. That's what I said.
Don't blame Steve, blame the shitty writing. It's not like we even know who he slept with. The show did a great job setting up Steve's adoration for Miranda and their love for one another despite their flaws, but dry spell, so he's a cheater now. Harry and Charlotte, the most adorable couple in the show. He still has no lines here. Big is upset that the wedding has gotten really out of hand, and he's got a murder report to fill out. Chevy Chase is this week's guest star, so we know he's the bad guy, but the dots still need to be connected. Ooh, is Harry gonna toast at the rehearsal dinner?
Now, I know it's tradition at the rehearsal dinner.
This is the easiest check Evan Handler ever cashed. This speech better be good.
So, here's to the groom. A man who finally got carried away.
I couldn't help but wonder, is Samantha stealing my shtick right from under my nose?
While Steve is here to break it to Miranda that he's going to accept the cast's Razzie for Sex and the City 2, Miranda is not having any of it.
It was just that one time.
You broke us! You broke us! What we had is broken!
If only the characters could scream the same thing at Michael Patrick King. Miranda tells Big that marriage ruins everything in order to kickstart the drama for the second act. Look, Charlotte, we know you stole that kid from Mitchell and Cameron from Modern Family. Please don't distract us with the crazy eyes.
After the breakups comes the hot makeup sex.
Big is worried he'll screw up the marriage. Understandable. It's not like he's the one who casually suggested it in the first place. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll get married and the movie will soon end. After all, the show spent 6 seasons on an arc dealing with Big and Carrie's flaws, especially in Big's commitment issues, which all resulted in Big traveling to Paris to win Carrie back in the series finale.
I was out front. I just left. I can't do this.
I sure hope this doesn't get cartoonishly fucking dramatic.
I'm sorry, Carrie.
Come on!
Carrie, wait, I'm sorry. Carrie, wait.
No!
Oh, Chandler got similar cold feet in his marriage to Monica, and they turned out fine. Martin Short from Father of the Bride is gonna be furious. These girls' lives are all he lives for. And then Carrie melted herself into a gold table. Oh, wait, guess not. So they go to Mexico.
I just booked us 3 seats on the flight. Mexico? Here we come.
I can't go to Mexico. I have a job.
Miranda, this is a Sex and the City movie. That doesn't matter, you're going to Mexico. She looks like she stayed up all night reading the first draft. It was longer than the Bible. Carrie is here for the very sad sequel. Girls just want to lay around and be depressed. Seriously, can we pretend this is the Sex and the City movie? This movie has no acrobatic nuns in it. What it does have is a script that feels less like Sex and the City and more like Deuce Bigalow fan fiction.
Jesus, honey, wax much?
That may be the most appropriate use of that bushwhack joke ever.
Bushwhack fever!
Okay, enough. So there was a sophomore pubic hair joke. It's not like anyone...
Did you just...
Shut up! The show had an episode where Carrie farted in bed, which led to an interesting plot where she feared Big wasn't finding her sexually attractive anymore. Plus, there was an episode where Miranda thought Steve was getting too comfortable when she found his stained underwear. They used crude humor as a smart way to talk about relationships. This movie just had a scene where Charlotte shit her pants. I know montage of putting everything back into the closet. You can play Everybody Hurts if you want. But the movie's not long enough, so let's bring in a new character to be Carrie's assistant. Cue a hiring montage!
Why do you think you're right for this job?
Jennifer Hudson, you're perfect to fill the position of pointless character to give our lead magical advice. The scene's product placement is doing a good job of making me want Gloria jeans. Also, best part of this assistant, she comes with her own montage.
If I had one chance to...
Stop! Meanwhile, Carrie goes off the deep end and breaks into strangers' apartments to read their kids' stories. Actually, she's the second craziest one here.
Hi!
As much as I give Charlotte's crazy eyes shit, she actually has the best plot in the movie. After years of trying, she finally gets pregnant, and Harry is still really nowhere to be found in the movie. Doesn't everyone dress like an old David Fincher music video to go to a Walgreens? More Miranda problems.
Steve is all about the I'm sorry emails, I'm sorry voicemails, I'm sorry flowers.
I'm sorry you're a witch?
I couldn't help but wonder, if Steve could love Miranda, warts and all, could Big also be my magic groom?
Hey ladies in the audience, need Vogue magazine? Need chocolate? We got you covered. This is the second worst Halloween sequel.
No costume?
Oh hey, and Harry's also pregnant with his first line! I think Carrie's hair is going through the best arc in the movie. As if things couldn't get worse for her, her new phone number has a different area code. I saw that Seinfeld episode too! No time for that, Samantha has to recreate that Diet Coke break commercial.
And I just wanna make love to you.
Okay, sure, that's stupid and all, but at least there's not... Oh, did you think this movie was gonna go by without dogs fucking? You already saw Charlotte shit her pants! I've already seen Carrie deal with the breakup of Big. It was on a show called Sex and the City. It was done much better than this movie. And there's more breakups.
I thought he was the love of my life.
Well, what happened?
He said he loved me and all, but he didn't think that I was the one.
This movie is long enough. I don't care. Carrie talks with Charlotte about a phone call she had with Harry, because God forbid we see Harry and Charlotte talk about this.
Sweetie, you shit your pants this year.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me of that shit.
Charlotte Poughkeepsied in her pants.
It's gift exchange time as Jennifer Hudson gives her a DVD of Dreamgirls, and...
That is not what I think it is.
Don't know, open it.
Michael Patrick King is desperately fighting the urge to make her say, "Oh no you didn't!" Ooh, now Advice character has her own Louis Vuitton bagger Vance. Since we don't see the girl Steve supposedly slept with, or know her name, I'm starting to wonder if it even happened. Which is easy to do with this movie. It exists, but just pretend it didn't happen. Steve took on a role in Chicago Fire. It was the only script that made him think of Miranda's hair. After a night of watching a better movie, Carrie is interrupted by a phone call.
Hello?
You bitch! You're watching Meet Me in St. Louis without me? Even with brown hair, Carrie still doesn't have Big there to wash her makeup off the pillow. Her dreams of another montage came true. Harry can't talk, but he can blow. These two characters like each other now, I guess. They hated each other on the show. Chris Noth is going to enjoy a nice meal, knowing all he has to do is relax and bookend the movie. They couldn't get Stanford's boyfriend Marcus for the film, so these two are friends now. I guess that's better than... You are not Tequila and Benetti! Stop ruining the good name of Tequila and Benetti! 5 minutes out of that montage and the girls get a front row seat for a new montage. He's bound and down, loaded up and trucking. Didn't expect that. Ladies, I don't think you should eat here. The opening credits are leaking from the ceiling. Now Miranda tells Carrie that Big getting scared was all her fault.
Carrie, please don't go. You know what I think hurts the most? Is that you kept a secret from me.
Oh, it's not Miranda's fault. It's Michael Patrick King's fault.
No, I'm lying. For the last 5 months, I've been thinking that it is a huge mistake that you left Steve.
Again, Michael Patrick King's fault. Anyway, Samantha's now a sushi boat. Miranda and Steve see a therapist because how will they know if shitty forced writing will break up their marriage in the future? But unfortunately, a Julie Brown pirate musical exploded onto Carrie and Miranda. Oh, and they're friends again. And Jennifer Hudson is still in the movie.
I got 2 pieces of good news.
Oh, and I've got 2 coffees.
The good news is there's only a half hour of this movie left. And the other news?
I couldn't help but wonder, could even New York bridge the gap between Miranda and Steve's relationship?
Can you stop us? That old song.
This movie is pointless! As pointless as these fan servicey bits. This movie is so bad it also soils the good name of Mannequin 2 on the Move. Don't believe me?
Suddenly, it wasn't so secret what she was missing.
Stop it! Stop with the dogs fucking! I feel like I need to call up Michael Bay and congratulate him on showing restraint in Transformers 2! And that wasn't even the last time that happens in the movie. Samantha's arc was a rather fascinating one on the show, especially when it showed her going through chemo and then finally falling in love with Smith to the point to where the two of them actually grew to say the words "I love you" to each other.
I'm just gonna say the thing you're not supposed to say. I love you, but I love me more.
And now Jennifer Hudson is off to give advice to the girls from Lipstick Jungle. Oh no, must resist urge not to give crazy eyes!
I curse the day you were born!
Are you talking to Big or to Michael Patrick King? Charlotte's water breaks, and sadly, Big doesn't deliver her baby in the back of the car. That'd be the most realistic thing to happen in the movie.
Hey!
Hi, congratulations, girl.
Oh, congratulations on your second line in the movie! I stole this from the Bings. Harry gives her a message from Big, because that's what one of the best characters from the show is reduced to, giving someone a message from another character. Carrie is insistent that Big has never written to her since their breakup, completely forgetting about when she asked Jennifer Hudson to send Big's messages to a spam folder. And in one of the worst cliches that a writer could ever do when they're painted into a corner, she correctly guesses Hudson's password. Carrie finds Big in the closet, having just devoured Anthony and Stanford's corpses. Now they can get married in a much smaller ceremony. This movie is fucking pointless! At least there hasn't been any screaming in a while. Please, my head, my fucking head! Just one more montage for the road, ladies. I still don't know why we're friends now.
And as I put the wedding gown away, I couldn't help but wonder.
Ooh, she said it! And that's the Sex and the City movie. Characters are either right back where they started from the beginning of the movie, or right back where they started from the beginning of the series, and neither is a good thing. This movie is staying alive to the show's Saturday Night Fever. Only without anything that made Staying Alive memorable. It'd be like if you did a Friends movie, and for some reason Chandler got cold feet and divorced Monica, Phoebe went back to singing at the coffee shop, and Ross and Rachel went on another break in which he cheated on her with the copy girl again. Huh? What happened? Oh no, no, hachi machi! Did we get drunk and watch the Sex and the City movie? I wanted to watch Sidewalks of New York. This movie isn't Sidewalks of New York. It's the dog poop you see on the sidewalks of New York. Oh. How awkward. Despite having a mixed response from critics and fans, the movie was a huge box office hit, all but guaranteeing a sequel. Well, here's hoping that they fix all of this movie's flaws in the second film.
Did you ever think you'd see the day? Me with a pooch?
Mother of God, what's with the gut?
Gentlemen, let me introduce to you.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/StonedGremlinProductions. Follow us on Twitter at the Cinema Snob, or check out our homepage at thecinemasnob.com.